Hey, TikTok world, welcome to Kids World. I hope y'all having a fine Tuesday. Life has really been life with me since I moved down here 5 years ago from Birmingham, Alabama. I'm saying I moved down here to Macon, Georgia because I felt funny being away from my mama. Like she got her best friend moved down here first, and then she ended up coming down here. And even though me and that lady don't get along like that, but it felt so weird not being around my mama. So like I I feel like a year later, I came down here visiting, of course. And then like a year later, I moved, and it's the best and worst thing decision that I ever did. Like, yeah, but like I was saying, my mother had moved down here with her best friend. And so it just felt so funny just staying that far away from my mama. So I came down here to visit me and my girlfriend, my little family. And I decided that I think it was like a year later that I was going to move here. So I did. I had in my mind, like I'm packing. I'm moving down here. It's a better life for me and my kids. And, you know, it was a nice getaway. Like, I'm fine. I've been wanting to leave Birmingham. And so, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, this is an opportunity, right? To start over. So that's what I did. Like, I had told my girlfriend at the time, like, I'm moving to Macon with my mama. And at first she was like she wasn't going. Then she changed her mind at the last minute. Which, you know what I'm saying, like, looking back, I really wish she would have just stayed where she was at. And a lot of stuff could have got avoided. We wouldn't be in the position that we in today, you know. But I'll talk about that another time. But so I ended up, we moved down here, and it was like in 2018. I moved down here like a day after my birthday. So, I moved down here, and like I think I moved here in September. November, my apartment got broken into. I've been out on my own since I was 19 years old. I never had. So that was a big shock to me. So I say, like, after that happened, I mean, they didn't ransack my apartment or nothing. It's like the people that came in there knew what they was getting, because when no door kicked in, when no furniture messed up, none of that. Excuse me. Oh, that was so rude. But anyway, I apologize. But yeah, so after that happened, me and my girlfriend had broke up. That was just like, just shattered my world, because I was just like, when you're moving out of town, you and your family, you have in your mind like, this is me and my family. We finna build, we finna get on our grind and make our money and shit. So that, when that happened, that just like turned my world upside down for real. Cause it was just like, damn, like I had this plan, so he gone now. What we gonna do? I stayed. I waited on that girl for 3 years. That was my first relationship, lesbian relationship, first girlfriend. Like, I had went through so much shit with this girl. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, yeah, I'll get to that later. But she had left, and going through the I was gonna say divorce, we wasn't never married, but going through the breakup, it was a lot of. She had me on an emotional roller coaster. I'm 14 years older than this girl, so you know what I'm saying. Like, I had a lot of experience in some areas that she didn't have and didn't know nothing about. But so while going through that, me and her back and forth with each other, cancer ended up coming back. I had First I had it in 2016, And they told me all I had to do was just get a hysterectomy, and I wouldn't have to worry about cancer no more. So I just told him to go ahead and just take it. And even though in the midst of that, while that happened, I was trying to have a baby. So yeah, that happened, and then moving forward, I done moved to Georgia, and the cancer came back like almost a year after I had moved here, and it flipped my world upside down. Like it's a blessing, but it's like so much weird and negative shit has been happening to me since I've been here. It just got me like I really feel like I'm in the twilight zone, but at the same time, God is really blessing me too. So it's just like at this point, I don't know what to think. Like which way to go, because it's just like what I had in my mind is the total opposite of what's going on outside of my mind. Like when it comes down to the people that I've met, when it comes down to I've been here 5 years, and I was in my first relationship since I've been here last year, and that didn't even last a whole year because that was full of shit. It was a whole fraud. It was a scam. Like I ain't never had nobody been in a relationship with somebody that applied so much pressure to get me when I wasn't stung you, and then when you get me, you fumble me. And I sit up and tell you, like, we ain't got to be in a relationship. I ain't trying to be your woman or none of that. I'm just on some friend shit because I don't know nobody here for real. And I just know a handful of people. And I was just really trying to get to know other people. Like, I wasn't on no stupid shit. So, but I get to that another time. I'm trying to start from the beginning. But, so, like, I moved here and all this stuff happened. Like, somebody broke into my apartment. Then my son was acting bad in school and he got a whooping. I whooped him with a switch and they had whips on them. So somebody had called the folks on me. I had to go through that. That had never happened to me. And I do not abuse my children. Like, but if you're wrong, you gonna get a whooping. That's how I was raised. Like when we was wrong, we got our ass beat. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? Like some people out here that really do abuse their kids, but like I wasn't doing none of that. I was just disciplining my child because he was acting up in school and he knew I didn't play about it. So that happened, and then going back and forth. Um, then after that happened, it was just like I was having back pain. It was right after my birthday party, my 41st birthday party. It was right after that, and I had started having pains in my back. So I'm thinking that I just slipped a disc or something. I called my doctor. They referred me to the orthopedic, and so I go. They send me to do a MRI. They do the MRI. As a matter of fact, my ex-girlfriend was there with me when they said it. They did the MRI. I went back a week later for my results, and it was just like, we're no doctors or anything, but we think it's cancer, and it's the size of a golf ball. So that blew me. Ever since that day, my life has never been the same. Like, it's just so crazy. Like I'm really trying to understand the reason of me making this move down here. So many times I wish I would have just stayed in Alabama. Like so many times I wish I just would have stayed there. And it's just from the stuff that I've been going through since I've been here. Like I've always been independent. I've been on my own really since I was about 16. But I really say like 18, probably younger than that. So I always been out there, working and getting a job and having my own shit, being independent, not depending on nobody for nothing. And I always been the type of person like, yeah, I did my dirt, I'm flawed out. We all is, but a lot of stuff that I done went through, I done learned from it. But it's just like it just seems like it's just so much negative shit that continues to come at me, and it's just so crazy. And I'm all off subject, but I am at the same time. But that's how I got to Georgia, and that's also how my story with surviving cancer started. So y'all give me y'all thoughts. I mean, talk to me. I know it's people out here that's going through worse than what I'm going through, but like I said before, like I want to try to build a platform for support for number one, because I'm doing this shit by myself. Like I don't have no help at all. I'm doing this shit by myself, and it ain't easy, y'all. I got a health issue, a child with special needs, dealing with teenagers. Yeah, it's hard. Y'all talk to me.